After completing this section, you will be able to recognize how Ecdis gives information on the active route, identify the monitoring tools that are available, access radar and AIS target information. With an active route, the ship symbol is displayed in the chartlet with any danger detection items, the yellow highlight indicating the traffic scheme. Here we see information relating to waypoint 9, which is the next one. We also see the distance to go and the ETA to the last waypoint on the route. There is a geographical representation of the cross-track distance. The dev value shows the tendency. If it is negative, the vessel is tending to port on the leg direction. The speed used for the ETA calculation can be changed from the present speed to the planned speed. With the ETA set at the planned speed, a left click on the waypoint button opens up a short list of all waypoints and their ETA based on planned. If current speed is selected, the ETAs are calculated using this. The waypoint table shows the current leg that the vessel is on. You may want to have this list presented all the time to have a good overview of all waypoints and any details entered in the text field. Remember, there is information from various connected sensors to help monitoring. Hover over an AIS target to open up a text box with details on CPA and TCPA. AIS targets can be seen on the chart display as long as this button has been pressed with a left mouse click. When the button is pressed with a right mouse click, a table appears with AIS targets. AIS targets are visible on the chart screen as long as they are inside the values set in the Target tab. A left click opens the range and bearing function that initially centers on the own ship symbol. Left-clicking on the chart screen moves its position. The range and bearing is set from the information now shown in the cursor window. If the bearing and distance are to be saved, right-click with it in position. The length of the bearing line indicates the range. A right-click on the bearing button brings up the list of saved bearings. This is useful evidence that visual bearings are sometimes used as a check on the electronic position. It is extreme if both GPS sensors are not available, but you should be prepared if this happens. Ecdis has a feature that enables visual bearings to be entered and the subsequent position used as a DR. Use the Marine Calculations and LOP tab. First press the star and then locate the origin of the EBL on the position of the first observation, setting the EBL from the tabulated information. Do the same with the second one, left-clicking when the orientation is correct. Then use the buttons on the bottom of the menu to mark and locate the vessel symbol in the recently created position. A quicker way to fix is to minimize the LOP menu. Select Auto 2x LOP. In this case, set out the two visual observations, then select Auto DR. In the LOP list, it is also possible to set the DR position from one that is estimated. Ecdis performs a running DR as the heading and speed through the water are still available. As with any DR, treat it with caution and take appropriate measures to deal with the situation. Index lines can be added to a planned passage. Activate the function, then left-click within a leg corridor to attach a line to the cursor. They can be extended by clicking on the square and dragging them with the cursor. Wheel over lines assist the turn at a waypoint. They can be selected or adjusted in the Ship tab. Sight lines that are seen when the waypoint is hovered over are also useful for monitoring. The text input to the waypoint list supports the sight line. The pass track can be set visible using the track dialog menu. The track is recorded as part of the logging system, so is always available. Left-click on the conning button to see the display showing any transverse velocity, fore and aft speed, rate of turn and wind conditions. A right-click brings up the anchor watch. Notice that the vessel symbol is not inside the circle. By switching the function off and on, the circle returns to the own ship symbol. The size of the circle is adjusted using the slider and can be easily moved once attached to the cursor. The drag value is the distance that the vessel symbol is away from the center of the circle. If the vessel symbol leaves the circle, there is an alarm raised and the circle turns a red color. Now that we have seen that Ecdis gives information that assists monitoring a vessel, let's take a moment to look back on the key points covered in this section. There is displayed information on an active route shown on the information panel. Range and bearing observations can be entered to produce a position fix that can be used as a DR position. Ranges and bearings entered are recorded and available for inspection at a later date. The conning button gives access to the conning information and the anchor watch facility.